How are you this week, Leigh? You're sitting right next to me.
Maxi, we are back together. The band is back together. I am good.
That could have been an unfortunate event. I
Look,
did 4 takes of that.
Yeah, I know. We look, I thought I was putting you off, being like, next year, and I was trying not to pull faces. So I was like, you've got this, Maxi. You've got it. So welcome back to Queensland.
It's good to be in Queensland, the Sunshine State, even though it's been raining for the last
Rained
3 days.
Continuous since you got here.
Happy Easter, everyone. It is Good Friday, which is a big day on the Christian calendar.
Absolutely.
This is a special time for family and getting away. It's usually the last long weekend before winter really sets in
Australia.
Yeah. So I hope everyone's having a really good time. We'll start off with the quote for this week.
Absolutely. Go for it, Maxi.
I really like this quote. So build your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build theirs.
Ooh.
I like that. So, again, build your own dreams, or someone will come out from nowhere and hire you and build their own. So, make sure you stick true to your guns, do what's right, and back yourself, and you'll have people support you, hopefully.
Yeah, so you can even be the driver of your own goals, or you can be the passenger of someone else's.
So what do you want to do?
What do we want to do? The driver, we're all like, you just gotta, and your dreams can change. You can take a bit of a meander and a path, and that's okay.
Yeah. With that, I just really like that quote. So thank you, Leigh, for finding that and sharing it.
Good one. I like that one. So
we have changed up a few things with the podcast this week. A few people that have been listening to us for the last 138 episodes. We've changed up the order. So we're going to start off same thing with our quote. We've merged the wins of the week with the good news, random act of kindness. Then we go into the unfortunate event with the dad joke.
Yeah.
And then we go into job of the week, live, learn, survive tips of the week, crazy facts, reflection, playlist, and we'll finish off with the rule for the rule book.
Yeah, so we just give it a little bit of review while we're in the cafe having a coffee, and we just want to make the flow a little bit better.
Yeah. So we have been getting a lot of feedback of people listening in, especially when we have guests. We have a couple of great guests coming up.
We do
over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Which we'll be talking about later on.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to kind of shuffle it up, and our next goal is to fix up the intro. So the intro has been the same for probably about 100 episodes now. Yeah. So we just got to change that up. Still got to be fun, kind, giving back.
Yeah, same values, same all the same kind of stuff. We just like to mix it up. We don't want anyone getting bored. All
just
that kind of stuff.
Keep it fun and educational.
Exactly. So right, good news.
Good news.
What we got?
Okay, so there's a fair bit here for good news and random act of kindness this week.
Yes.
First and foremost, again, happy Easter, everyone.
Yeah, happy Easter.
We did a virtual school talk in Nepal, Kathmandu,
How good was
last
that?
week. It was awesome. There's about 150 students from year 7 to year 12.
Yep.
They predominantly want me to focus on water safety.
Yeah.
People that listening that have been to Kathmandu or Nepal, it is landlocked.
I think
there's a lot of mountains there.
Thinking why?
But with Live, Learn, Survive, we just don't focus on the ocean or the beaches. We focus on all water areas, and there's a lot of rivers from all the runoff.
And river beaches. You wouldn't associate. First thing that comes to mind when you think of Kathmandu, Nepal, would not be river beaches.
No, but it kind of makes sense. Some of the biggest mountains in the world, all the runoff from the snow and the water from the mountains come down. So you can see how people could still get into trouble in rivers, lakes and dams around the bottom of the mountains. It was really good to chat with them. I did a bit of a Q&A, told them a bit of my life story about lifeguarding, firefighting, and Live, Learn, Survive.
Yeah.
I still couldn't believe that I was in a classroom in Nepal.
I know. And all those people that helped us with the 42 challenge last year that ran around Centennial Park in Sydney, ran with you, swam. Little Nico walking in Inverness, to Heather cutting hair, to, all those people, those funds raised made that happen.
Yeah.
So how cool is that? That all those people spread all over the globe meant that all those kids in Nepal, that some of them now are going to start traveling backpacking. We'll be on a beach waiting for a photo outside the tower. I've got a little bit of knowledge
about the red
in the backpacks to travel with them on the way. Love it.
So that's awesome. We also bit of an influx. Maybe it's a bit of a time for giving around Easter. There's been a bit of an influx of people buying some books.
Yeah.
We do sell worldwide. So this week, Leigh, where have we
Well, we've been to the USA. We've gone to Iowa in the USA. We've sent a little package off there. Nepal, we've donated through the charity books to the school in Nepal. And then Vietnam, first time we've sent books to Vietnam.
How cool is that? So
love crossing off a new country, we do.
I'm going to try and get a bit of a social post together over the next couple of days or weeks to show you the impact map that we have on our website. Yeah. If you do have a chance, check out livelandsurvive.com.au and you'll be able to see the world impact map of where the books are. And unfortunately, around Southeast Asia and the Middle East, there's not many books. No. It's all around the UK, Ireland, over in the northern continents of
Actually, I've
America.
got a few to add to the map, so I'll put that on my to-do list. But yeah, it's awesome when you go and look at that map and you see everywhere in the world the books are going. That's the kind of thing that make me feel happy. So no, good stuff. Good stuff.
Because this is not necessarily live, we have had a meeting with the MP down at the Gold Coast.
Yes, we're on our way soon.
Yeah, which would be great to try and get into more schools around southeast Queensland.
Yes,
and that's exciting. It's just been good planning.
We're out for dinner.
Out for dinner with Grilled. So Grilled have been our sponsor this month. With their Local Matters campaign. So we're in 10 stores across the east coast of Australia.
Yeah.
And basically, there's 3 charities for that month in each store that they support. And if you come third, you still get $150 donated to the charity. If you win it, it's about $300. So no matter what, we're going to be $1,500 in front for the charity over the month of March, which is awesome. But, coming into the end of this week, and when this is Good Friday, it's nearly April. So it's been a great month. So big thank you to Grilled for
So we're going to have our healthy burger later on. And put our coins in the thing. So exciting.
So have you got some random act of kindness there? You got some good stories, Leigh?
Oh, I've got a great story this week. Let me just take a sip of water. I've been a bit obsessed this week with a lady called Jasmine Paris is her name. My computer's just closed down. Hang on. Right. Let me get this right. Yes, Jasmine Paris. I've learned about something this week called the Barkley Marathons, which is the ultimate ultra marathon that's run in Tennessee every year. I think something like only 35 people do it. It's the equivalent, it's 5 laps of 20 miles or something crazy like this. And basically you have to finish it in a given time. This has never been completed by a lady. And this lady finished it this week with 99 seconds to spare.
Wow.
She's a Scot. She's from Edinburgh. She's a mum of 2, 40 years old. I think she's a small animal vet nurse. So she's a vet in Edinburgh. And to see this woman cross the line with it's all over YouTube, with 99 seconds to spare. Was just unbelievable. And her training that she does every week, Maxi, reads like another marathon.
Yeah, wow.
She goes on a 2-hour run almost every day, and then on a weekend she likes to do 4 because she can. And and that's not including, she does a bit of swimming and she cycles to work and
what a gun.
Maybe she
can give me and Pierce some tips of our race in 2 weeks.
Well, I tell you, if she was on Jungle Edge. Team Jungle
Edge. And I think
you'd be flying, mate.
I think I'm getting my weeks mixed up. So I go to Bali for a couple of weeks. I go for Bali in a couple of weeks. So we've got one more podcast that we'll be doing next week that we can talk about the adventure race. I've got down here to talk about the adventure race that we're doing. But we're going to be speaking before then.
Yes.
So moving on.
So I found a training routine. So I'm going to read it to you, Maxi, because I'd like you and your peers have got 2 weeks left?
2 weeks.
Right, okay. I'm just going to throw that out there for you to digest. I'll copy this and send it to Piers because I know he will love to get this. So on a weekdays, Jasmine goes out for 60 to 90 minutes a day running. Sometimes she likes to cycle to work, and she swims a few times a week just to, throw it in the mix. Weekends, she tends to do a couple of longer runs, 3 to 4 hours, or her husband's also a mountain fell runner, or goes out on mountain days with her husband, and then she does a weekly hill rep session.
Yeah, good on her.
And by the way, she's a mum of 2.
It's awesome. Goes to show.
And got a job.
Goes to show. You could have a job, you could have kids, you can be an ultra marathon runner.
Absolutely. So, you know what? Maybe we don't all need to be a Jasmine, but
it's good that
it's amazing what you can do, that you can put your mind to it. So, yeah, high five to you, Jasmine Marie. What a woman. So, and she just wanted to do it so that she can show all the women that they can. So, good stuff. Love her. Absolutely amazing. So, yes, what else have we got next then, Maxi?
Unfortunate event. Yeah, I got one this week.
What have you got?
So I mentioned just before that I'm going to Bali in 2 weeks' time, but I haven't booked anywhere. I haven't booked anywhere. So leaving it to last minute, I know. But it's a bit unfortunate because we still don't know where we're going to stay when we're there for 10 days. But I did go on to Luxury Escapes. Bit of a plug for Luxury Escapes. There's a couple of good options and good deals. So maybe,
when you're going to get this sorted out?
Probably next week. Leave it a week out. Plenty of time.
Look, I've booked all my accommodation and I don't go till July, Maxi.
I know.
What have you been doing that this has not been happening?
Yeah, I don't know. We just haven't got around to it. But it'll be a good trip anyway. Be a good well rest.
Sleeping on the beach.
So what have you got, Leigh?
Well, unfortunately, again, this is the bit of the whole podcast I don't get prepared for. I should remember these things, but my mind, for some reason, blocks them out. So what, there's always something. So
I think you've been good the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think I've been pretty.
So just take it as a win.
I was going to go swimming and it rained, and that sounds a pathetic excuse. So I walked instead. So I didn't do nothing.
So you walked in the rain and got wet, but you weren't going to jump in the pool to get wet.
Yeah, I know, that's a bit... No, I didn't walk in the rain. I looked at the radar and I got out at 6 o'clock in the morning before the rain came. So I didn't get wet. So there's that. Oh, there's a random noise on the car that...
That's not good. It's a brand new car.
I'm going to say this because he listens, and I'm just going to say it, that I've been telling the said man of the house, Andrew, for months that his car's making a noise. What do I know? Nothing. The neighbour told him. He's got it sorted out now. So anyway, so there we go. So yeah, that's been the thing, the noise of the car. So, alrighty. So
dad joke.
Dad joke.
Okay, what have we got?
We've got a special one today.
We do have a special
Crystal,
one.
our friend Crystal, who is in the US of A.
Crystal sent this in.
Yeah, there you go.
Why did the cell phone go to the dentist?
Oh.
It had a blue toothache. I like
it. Speaking of cell phones, I think it's, we'll call it cell because we're talking about America, not mobiles. So yesterday, Maxi, you won't believe it, my cell phone accidentally took a 10-minute video of my shoes. Some pretty good footage.
Okay.
Have you got another one?
Yeah, I do.
Go on, man.
What does Alexander the Great and Winnie the Pooh have in common?
Little red tank top?
They both have the same middle name.
Alrighty, okay. How are rotten eggs like dads?
How?
They both have bad yolks.
Oh.
Excellent.
I've got one more.
Okay.
If you ever feel cold, walk into a corner. It's usually 90 degrees.
I've got one last one then.
Go
because
for
we're
it,
on a
Leigh.
roll. Did you hear the big fight at the seafood restaurant? Battered fish everywhere.
You love fish, Leigh.
Yeah, I know.
All right, job of the week.
Oh, I just remembered an unfortunate event. Carry on.
Okay, so job of the week this week. I am on fire holiday, so annuals for the next 4 weeks, which is good. Happy holidays. It's been a busy few weeks on the beaches as well. We've had some hot days in March, usually the best time of year. So if you are thinking about coming to Australia, especially Sydney, best time of year, I think, in my eyes, is March into early April. The weather's not too hot, but you still get the nice clear days. The water temp's quite nice. The waves aren't as big and crazy.
Yeah.
And there's less people around. So the beaches have been busy. I worked last weekend and we did a number of rescues, a couple of close ones. So, non-swims are still getting around. And just meant to say this for the good news and render back to kindness part, but I'm going to try and team up with Ben, who's helped with our videographing. We've done the CPR video, the river video, the RIP video, and I'm going to be working on a new fire safety video.
Excellent.
So that will be coming up soon. And we'll go into Live Learn Survive's tip of the week.
Ooh.
Okay, so the tip of the week this week is self-care.
Yes.
So you need to look after yourself. And what do you got there, Leigh?
So we've got, some of we've got some new toys. And one of the things we've just got, Maxi, and we can show this because we're on the YouTube, people. So if you're listening, you need to go and find us on YouTube. How good are these bookmarks that we've had done? Unleash your inner superhero. And look, here's some things for self-care, little things to know that we teach that you can start and learn. So situational awareness.
Yeah, so
stay
we should
calm.
Read them out. So situational awareness, stay calm, don't panic, call 000 or 999 or 911. Learn Dr. S ABCD, which is danger response, send for help, airway, breathing, compressions, defibrillation. And smoke alarms do save lives.
So aren't they great? Little fire, water, first aid, little superhero.
Bookmarks.
Great little bookmarks. So self-care and our little logo. I'm going to show this for the YouTube people. So you'll see there we've got water, fire, first aid, but most importantly at the top, the little heart, which stands for yourself. Look after yourself first, and then you can help everybody else. Yay!
Good stuff.
Great stuff. Alrighty.
All right. Crazy facts. Okay, so because it is Easter, I've got 5 facts about Easter.
You're clever. I see what you did there.
Yes. Okay, so number 1, the world's tallest Easter egg was made in Italy in 2011, standing at over 34 feet tall and weighing over 7,000 pounds. Wow. In Norway, it's tradition to read crime novels during Easter, leading to a phenomenon known as Easter thriller, where crime novel sales skyrocket. Wow.
Where's this? Sorry,
in Norway.
Norway.
In Australia, instead of Easter bunnies, children hunt for chocolate bilbies, a native marsupial, to raise awareness about endangered species.
Yeah, you can get the chocolate bilby. Yeah.
The White House hosts an annual Easter egg roll on its lawn, dating back to 1878, making it one of the longest standing White House traditions. That's pretty impressive.
That's amazing. You don't what's that? 1878.
1878. And last but not least, in Greece and Bulgaria, it's customary to throw pots and pans out the windows on Holy Saturday to symbolize getting rid of the old and welcoming the new year.
That's amazing. They love throwing stuff, those Greeks, don't they? Have you, my friend lives now in Greece and married Alex, who's Greek, and they love throwing a plate or two.
They do. So what have you got, Leigh?
Well, mine completely random this week, Maxi, because you got the theme and I didn't get the memo. So I'm I've got a couple of really random ones here. Oranges. So the colour orange was actually named after oranges.
There you go.
Oh yeah, how random! I told you, it was random.
It's a nice orange.
And goes back as far as the late 15th century. So I know you love a bit of history. There was no word for the colour. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know, So yeah, and it was referred to. I'm going to read this. Geolacrog, which was yellow saffron, or geored, yellow red, depending on the shade of the orange. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing, it's been a few around. Snakes can predict earthquakes.
Wow, I wonder how that.
Who would have thought?
Maybe the tremors. Maybe they can come out underground or wherever they hide.
Well, they say that many animals can predict earthquakes with various levels of success. Yet snakes are the most reliable. Earthquakes as far as 75 miles. That's 120 k's away. So that's almost, if you're in Geelong, that's as far as Melbourne.
Yeah.
Like 100, and they can even sense an earthquake 5 days before it occurs.
Wow. Must be like
so
that little
must
bit
be
of
that
movement.
little tremor or whatever. And when they sense an earthquake, they often leave their nest, even if the temperature's too cold.
Yeah, wow.
So there must be some like that tiny little
uncertainty. They know what's going on.
They can sense those tectonic plates
moving,
shifting.
There you go. That's cool.
Very cool. So yeah, that's all I've got today, Maxi.
Yeah,
sorry about that. All the rest of it. So
it's good. It's good. Reflection. So what I've got here is we're nearly 2 years ago, we're gearing up for the UK and Ireland tour that we did back in 2022.
That was a great trip.
It was a great trip. And we do have a special guest in 2 weeks that we've interviewed this week.
Yeah.
Graham from Cork.
Yeah.
Which we're going to be hearing his story and what he's done as a firefighter and a lifeguard over in Ireland and creating his lifeguard academy.
Yes.
He's a big supporter of Live, Learn, Survive.
Yeah.
He managed to get us to come visit his local library and do a talk, and he used his own savings to get us there.
He
what
did.
A legend.
Absolutely. And it was that visit was the catalyst for him going out on his own to launch the Cork Lifeguard Academy. And we are, like I say, he's going to be a guest on the podcast so we can hear how he's gone over those 2 years.
Yep.
He's also a firefighter and lifeguards too. And incredibly, 100 lifeguards have been trained by Graham in those 2 years. And that is because he started it because we went to Cork.
Oh, he's a legend.
So very proud of that. Very proud of Graham.
That would probably be in 3 weeks' time. So we've got another one of our own podcasts next week. And then after that, we're going to be speaking to Graham and we're going to be speaking to Rob Mason.
Yeah.
So there'll be more to come on those 2 guests, but it's a really good chat and I hope you all take a little bit from it. We love interviewing guests and it's a good time to listen in and learn and be able to be better.
Yeah, absolutely. So 2 years ago, we're going to be getting all those, when your memories come through your feed and all the rest of it. That was just a brilliant trip. So, very cool that we got to Cork. So excellent, Maxi. I keep covering the buttons up with the bit of paper, don't I?
That's all good. It's all good. So we've got.
You're not used to having me around messing all this up.
It's all good. So we've got the playlist now. We're going a bit of music. Yeah, so the playlist this week, we've been sent by Crystal a song called Brother / Needs a Breathe by Gavin DeGraw. So that's been added to the Spotify Live, Learn, Survive playlist. For people on YouTube, jump on Spotify. You'll see the Live, Learn, Survive podcast and or the Live, Learn, Survive playlist.
Yeah.
And basically each week or every guest or everyone that we are kind of within our circle sends happy, feel-good, go-lucky, positive songs. So you've got songs from all over the world. Crystal being from the USA.
Yeah.
This song must be quite popular over there at the moment, so thank you for sharing.
A little bit country. It's beautiful. Nice words.
It is really good. So we just had a listen before the show, so thank you for that. If you are listening and you want to add your song, please reach out and give us a little comment below in YouTube, and we'll try and add some of your songs. But yeah, we'll be we'll be sending out a couple of questionnaires for people to see what they want to see on the podcast moving forward.
Yeah, what do you want to know? Ask us a question.
Yeah, it makes our job a little bit easier when the people that are listening week in, week out kind of want to see or know or hear more.
Yeah. You're sitting there listening, and let's see how we can make people part of it. So, send a few questions in, and then we can maybe. I've just thought of something new, Maxi. Listener question of the week.
Question of the week.
Here we go. Here we go. Thinking on the spot. Amazing. So, that's added to the playlist.
All right, we've got the rule. Yeah, the rule for the rule book this week, everyone, is take time to smile. It's very important to smile, especially in the hard and the bad times. Smiling, just gives you a good burst of energy, and someone that might be walking past you that's having a bad day, they might take a little bit from it. So it does brighten up people's day. Even the small smirk, you don't have to do the big cheesy grin, but you can just do a nice little smile of appreciation and acknowledgement. People are just sometimes just out there just to be seen and be heard, and it's something that I think it's very powerful. It's a universal language, a smile. So
absolutely,
just make sure you take time to smile and look after yourself. This week is about self-care, so just look after yourself. Have a great Easter.
Absolutely.
Family time. Have as many Easter eggs as you want.
Yeah,
chocolate Easter eggs.
Bit of chocolate.
If you're quite religious, it is a very holy time of the year. Yeah. So, hats off to everyone that's celebrating and reflecting on Easter. It is a special time for a lot of people. So I hope you all have a fantastic break.
Yes.
And we will see you next week.
Soon. Absolutely. So, good chat, Maxi. Have a good break, everybody. Look after each other. Be kind, and just, smile at a stranger.
Smile at a stranger.
We'll go and smile at a stranger down the coast today, Maxi.
We will.
All righty. Take care, everyone.
Love ya.
Bye. Love you more.